Welcome to the home of the Blue Hens in Newark and Delaware Stadium. The Commodores will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Welcome to the home of the Blue Hens in Newark and Delaware Stadium. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Delaware Blue Hens. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Blue Hens will put total leather to crank us up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Vanderbilt Commodores offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab. It's Isaac. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. And the Commodores racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Makes the catch. Turning it on. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. That's caught. It's Humphries. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds. The Commodores are facing 3rd and inches. Wants to throw again. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
25 on the play. And first down for the offense.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. He'll do it himself. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And the Commodores trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Trying to barge their way in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Brought down at
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Man, that hurts because second down, you got everything in front of you, the whole playbook open. Now you get a lost yardage play. Now it's third down. Now it puts those feet to the fire a little bit more. Now you better come up with something you really love in this area of the field.
Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Oh, and the attempt is no good. After the miss, no change in the score. The Blue Hens offense will go to work for the first time today. They got an... incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
And the Blue Hens are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Mason. It's complete on the right side. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The Blue Hens are on the move. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab on the left. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Blue Hens will snap it on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Back to pass, it's Mason. They've got the screen set up. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Delaware.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Commodores moving quickly to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Humphreys. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. And the Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking for a man. It's Mason. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Johnson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play. Able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I love defenses that can tackle the catch. Right away. You're not giving up any yak. As soon as that player has the ball, he goes down now.
Tight end finds a soft spot. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
He's brought in at the 18-yard line.
They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. To the air, it's Mason. Zings it complete to the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing, and this defense right now, they have no answers.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Slams it ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Blue Hens!
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Isaac. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it. Offense.
A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. The play-action fake. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Rushes on him. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Yeah, and you could tell he was trying to run with that football before he caught it. That slant route, you stick your foot in the ground, cut towards the QB. This is one of those plays where he puts it on the money and you just try to make yards after.
Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Find space on the right. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. 1st and goal, and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Try to barge their way in. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack.
Touchdown, Commodores! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Mason. Finds his man, it's Johnson. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
3rd and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Snagged in the middle. It's Isaac. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
There he goes. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Gets it out fast. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Commodores headed quickly to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Looking to throw. Into the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Scanning the field, it's Mason. Got it set up on the outside. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush.
Turning it on! And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. He's up to 57 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Blue Hens have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Vanderbilt.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Blue Hens!
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Georgia is on top, but this is a close game. And, you know, back in the day, you'd feed Herschel Walker and go home. That guy needs to emerge for them today. They're up by a field goal over Alabama. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They're going to open this drive with a pass. With the catch, it's Isaac. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. And the Commodores have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker. It's Humphries. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got an open man. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
He's brought down.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
They're working that left side. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. The Commodores have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Wants to go up top. He's got his man. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility, and you've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. From the red zone, looking for a space. Swings it out to his running back. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
1st and goal, Vanderbilt.
The snap sets up to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Going for 6. Touchdown Doors. Fitted in the window for the score.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Looking to pass, it's Mason. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
6 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. And the standout player on the defensive side of the ball has been that boogeyman back there at safety. They try to run it, he's filling the holes. They try to throw it, he's either picking them off or trying to take dudes' heads off. Good luck making adjustments. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the 2nd half.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Commodores will kick it away to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the 1st half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line
Breaks into the open. He's now up to 66 yards on the ground in this one and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Blue Hens with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Johnson. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Leaves it with the running back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Mason. Looking left. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense.
This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. The Blue Hens come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Out of the gun. The running back has it. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Blue Hens have this offense rolling.
On the ready. Down.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Plucks it out of the air. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. The Commodores will hustle to the line. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th. There he goes! Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And the Commodores, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on first down. Throws for the tight end. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field.
Wide open on the right. Touchdown, Vandy. And the comeback is on.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Tulane is showing little remorse for its opponent today. Feels like ever since they arrived at the stadium, that Green Wave offense has been a buzzsaw. They're up by 24 over East Carolina. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking for a man. It's Mason. Finds his tight end. On the move at the 30. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Power football with the run. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Might be changing the route. Going to sling it on second down. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. This dude is putting in work out of the slot, and he is just wearing out this defense.
Man, you see it, Reese, in football. These slot guys are so quick, so athletic. You back them up off the football so you can't get hands on them, and you just find ways to continue to get him the football. He's making plays, so I'm going to continue to throw it his way.
Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss, but on... Your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
The Blue Hens now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Mason. Here's a hit. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Oftentimes defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
It'll be third and long. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Quickly to the tight end. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Delaware! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
Getting set for the point after.
On for the extra point.
And the extra point. Just a lead to 14. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive.
Turning it on! They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Commodores just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Off play action on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Back to pass on second down. This time on target. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Commodores are in the hurry-up. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
The Commodores trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So an 82-yard drive there. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. To the air, it's Mason. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Breaks into the open. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, the ground game. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
With the catch, it's Johnson. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Delaware! This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. And the Commodores want to crank the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Catch in the middle, it's Farmer. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Takes the easy one to the back. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. We've come to the end of the period. It's Delaware holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. And the Commodores with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Reads it, fires complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Commodores are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
First down for the offense.
Looking downfield on first down. Hauls it in. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. He'll pull it on the read. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He's marked down at the 21-yard line as the defense comes up with a turnover.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the fourth quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got...
There he goes. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
To throw, it's Mason. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's moving out of the pocket. Complete to the right. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38.
Phase 27 jump.
The give out of the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful. I
agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Here comes the heat. Moving away from pressure. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. From the gun, running back on the move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Mason. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
And the Blue Hens will try to move the chains on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. Touchdown, Delaware! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, it puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
It's pretty fairly obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
He's open on the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. To the air on second down. He tries to take the top off. Got it inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. The Commodores had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Touchdown, Commodores! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring.
Turning it on! Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Mason. It's complete. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Got his man on the right. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This field goal try to make it a 3-score game late. Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Tulane delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the American. Trust me when I say the party is on in New Orleans. Always fun to see two of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds the man on the left. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Double time, hustling to the line to stop the clock.
No gain on the play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Or did he find a hole in the defense? Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
At the 38.
He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late.
QB spikes it.
So now it's second and long.
Brings up second down.
Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now third and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He's looking downfield to throw. Going to try to get it himself. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Lets it fly. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. And here we go. Final play of the game right here.
22 water.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown Doors. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target, and that's already his second touchdown of the game.
The extra point here is good, but that just gives us a little window dressing as the score draws closer and the game is over. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
And it's amazing how much offenses have just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.